Take a deep breath. That invisible substance you just inhaled is the fuel for your existence. Our atmosphere is mostly nitrogen, but it's the 21% oxygen that powers every cell, muscle, and thought. This balance wasn't always here. For billions of years, Earth had almost no free oxygen. Then, cyanobacteria evolved photosynthesis, releasing oxygen and transforming the planet. The Great Oxidation Event paved the way for complex life. Today, that 21% is the sweet spot. Enough for life, not so much that it's dangerous. Our bodies are tuned to this concentration. Climb a mountain, and you feel the lack. Dive deep, and too much oxygen becomes risky. Life's story is oxygen's story. But what if we change the rules? Imagine doubling oxygen to 42%. The air would feel richer, thicker, life supercharged, but also unstable. This isn't just a tweak. It's a transformation that would ripple through every system on Earth. The world would become a place of extremes, a hyper-energized version of itself. The consequences, wondrous and terrifying, would reshape life as we know it. Welcome to an alien world that is, uncannily, our own. Let's see what happens when we turn up the oxygen. Double the oxygen, and insects would be the first to change. Dramatically. Insects breathe through tiny tubes, limiting their size in today's air. With 42% oxygen, those limits vanish. Insects could grow enormous. Imagine spiders the size of birds, cockroaches as big as cats. This isn't fantasy. 300 million years ago, high oxygen created giant dragonflies and millipedes. Our new world would dwarf even those prehistoric giants. Dragonflies with airplane-sized wings, ants as big as your hand. Living among these giants would be a daily challenge, not just a curiosity. The age of insects would return, and we'd have to fight for our place. Our relationship with the insect world would shift from annoyance to survival. In a high-oxygen world, we'd no longer be the undisputed masters. For humans, double oxygen would feel like a superpower, at first. Every breath would supercharge our bodies and minds, athletes would shatter records, fatigue would vanish, and our immune systems would get a boost. Our brains, hungry for oxygen, would become sharper and quicker. It would feel like a golden age, energy, health, and clarity like never before. But this honeymoon wouldn't last. Our bodies evolved for 21% oxygen, not 42. The initial benefits would mask a darker process inside our cells. The very element that gave us this boost would soon start to tear us apart. Paradise would come at a steep price. The air that made us feel superhuman would become our undoing. Oxygen gives life, but it also destroys, through oxidation. As our cells use oxygen, they create free radicals, unstable molecules that damage DNA and cells. Normally, our bodies manage this with antioxidants, but double the oxygen would overwhelm these defenses. Free radicals would run rampant, causing mutations, cancers, and rapid aging. Our lungs would suffer first, damaged tissues, fluid buildup, and respiratory failure. Eyesight would deteriorate as sensitive cells break down. The promise of vitality would turn into chronic illness and pain. Oxygen toxicity would make long-term survival impossible. We'd age faster, get sicker, and die younger. The air would become a relentless toxin. In nature, more isn't always better. The balance that sustains us is fragile and easy to break. Oxygen fuels fire, double it, and the world becomes a tinderbox. Things that barely burn now would ignite easily. Even green damp plants, a single spark could unleash continent-spanning infernos. Forests would be in constant peril, fires burning hotter and faster than ever. Ecosystems would be incinerated in moments, leaving charred wastelands. Cities and homes would be at constant risk. One short circuit, one accident, and disaster. We'd need to reinvent materials and safety to survive. Even our bodies would be more vulnerable to burns. Everyday life would mean living on the edge of catastrophe. The air, so energizing, would also be a constant threat. Life would be a dance with fire, twice as fierce, twice as deadly. The planet would be transformed and survival would mean constant vigilance. In a high-oxygen world, fire rules. Doubling oxygen would change more than life and fire. It would alter the planet itself. Chemical reactions would speed up, rocks and metals would corrode rapidly, mountains would crumble, landscapes would shift in decades, not millennia. Oceans could become toxic, with new compounds, like hydrogen peroxide forming and killing marine life. Life would burn brighter, but also shorter. Insects would grow huge, but live fast and die young. Humans would feel superhuman, then succumb to the air's corrosive effects. Fires would reshape the land, and chaos would replace familiar rhythms. Earth's delicate balance would be lost. Our 21% oxygen is no accident. It's the result of billions of years of evolution. Push the system too far, and everything unravels. The story of doubled oxygen is a warning. Our world's balance is precious and worth protecting.